Hello, fellow Democrats. I'm Mal Adams, and I'm honored to stand before you today as a nominee for Delegate at Large at the 2024 Democratic National Convention, representing the Asia-Pacific region. Konnichiwa from Japan. Together, we carry the torch of progress and promise, guided by the values that define our party: equality, justice, and opportunity for all. Our Democratic platform champions robust social programs that uplift the most vulnerable among us. From healthcare to education, we believe that every American deserves access to quality services, regardless of their background or circumstances. As your delegate, I will fight tirelessly to expand and strengthen these programs, ensuring that no one is left behind. Labor unions are the backbone of our workforce, advocating for fair wages, safe working conditions, and collective bargaining rights. I stand firmly with our unions, recognizing their vital role in building a more equitable society. Together, we will empower workers and build an economy that works for everyone. Consumer protection is paramount to safeguarding the rights and interests of everyday Americans. As your delegate, I'll work to enact policies that hold corporations accountable and ensure that consumers are treated fairly and honestly. Together, we will level the playing field and protect the well-being of all Americans. Equality of opportunity is the cornerstone of the American dream, yet systemic barriers continue to hinder the progress of marginalized communities. As your delegate, I will advocate for policies that dismantle these barriers and create pathways to success for every individual, regardless of race, gender, or socioeconomic status. Disability rights are human rights, and we must ensure that every person with a disability has the support and resources they need to thrive. From accessibility accommodations to employment opportunities, we must strive for inclusivity in all aspects of society. I, too, am a stroke victim and am rehabilitating from a disability. And as your delegate, I'll be a fierce advocate for disability rights, amplifying the voices of those often overlooked. I'm also an African American. I believe that racial equality is not a distant goal, it's a moral imperative. We must confront the systemic racism that pervades our institutions and communities, working together to dismantle oppressive structures and build a more just and equitable society. As your delegate, I will prioritize racial equality and, in all of my efforts, fight for justice and equality for people of color. Our planet is facing a climate crisis, and we must take bold action to protect our environment for future generations. Democrats understand the urgency of this moment and are committed to enacting policies that combat climate change and preserve our natural resources, also to promote sustainable practices. As your delegate, I'll advocate for ambitious climate action, working to build a greener and more sustainable future for all. Our criminal justice system is in dire need of reform as well. Too often, it perpetuates injustice and inequality, disproportionately impacting communities of color. As your delegate, I will champion policies that promote fairness, accountability, and rehabilitation within our criminal justice system. Together, we'll work towards a system that truly serves and protects all Americans. Women's rights are human rights, and every person deserves the right to make decisions about their own body. Similarly, LGBT rights are civil rights, and we must ensure that every individual is free to love and live authentically without fear of discrimination or persecution. As your delegate, I'll fiercely defend reproductive rights and LGBT rights, standing firm in my commitment to equality and dignity for all. Our nation is built on the strength and diversity of immigrants, and we must honor that legacy by reforming our broken immigration system. Democrats believe in a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants, recognizing their contributions to our communities and economy. As your delegate, I'll advocate for comprehensive immigration reform grounded in compassion and fairness. In an increasingly interconnected world, Collaboration and diplomacy are essential to addressing global challenges. Democrats understand the importance of a multilateral approach in foreign policy, working alongside our allies to promote peace, security, and prosperity worldwide. As your delegate, I will support policies that prioritize diplomacy and cooperation, advancing America's interests while upholding our values on the world stage. In closing, my fellow Democrats, the stakes have never been higher, but together we have the power to create positive change and build a future that reflects the best of who we are. As your delegate, I will be a tireless advocate for our party's values, fighting for progress, justice, and opportunity for all. Join me in this crucial journey, and together let's make history at the 2024 Democratic National Convention. I thank you, and I humbly ask for your vote and support. This is Malcolm W. Adams bidding you sayonara from Japan.